All right, welcome directors to our first director DeNicholas dynamic, whatever we call it, chat call of 2025. So excited. I love a new year. I really do. I just feel like done with the old. Let's move along. But we had some really good stuff happen in December. I mean, we had a lot of people earn trips. We had a lot of people earn excellence. I cannot wait for the reports to come out so I can see all of everybody's final numbers. Those don't really the year-end reports don't come out till the week of January 20th. So have to wait till I see all those final things to give like real good final recognition. But yay, so excited. Does anybody want to toot their horn of something they were proud of for 2024? Come on, Joni. I know you're so excited about earning Disney.
So excited. Here's my thing. I wish that you could gift trip points because
Oh,
I would so give Stacy Johnson all my 100 points so that she could take the whole family and
no.
but no, I'm going to take the buyout and I'll think of all of you with 5,000 screaming children and riding rides and waiting in line and the think just how hot it's going to be when you're there in June. If you're cold now, just warm thoughts about Disney.
All
Yeah.
right. I'm not lifting any fingers here.
No, I had a great year. I kind of took a step back and it showed in my numbers and my team's kind of fallen kapooty, but I'm rebuilding. Got one today. I got another phone call today with one. So we'll see.
That's right, Joni. I need to make a note to add you to the new consultant chat.
Please. Thank
I'll do
you.
that when we get off. Um, Anybody else? No, y'all earned some trips.
Can I be added to the new consultant chat? Because I have three on my team so far.
Yeah, so I was talking with Kayla and Leah, and we were talking about doing Leah doing one for her downline and Kayla doing one for her downline. I know Leah is kind of up in the air at the moment, so I need to get back with her on that. That's one of the things I wanted to talk about today too, is because we've been doing the new consultant chat group for a couple of years now, and where it worked great for a while, I feel like it hasn't been doing what it needs to do. Because especially when we have a huge recruiting month, we have a ton of people dumped in there. And what's, I mean, it's good because they're seeing some information, but you have people that join January 1st and people that join January 30th, and they're all in the same group. And then we stop posting in it on January 30th. So I know we've kind of been rolling the January 30th over into February, but they're still all at different paces. So, and then it's so big, a lot of directors put their people in there and then don't check in on them. And so that's kind of a not really, I don't want to call it an issue, but like a lot of directors don't know what's going on in that chat group. And so they can't really support their people. And then they assume they're in that chat group. So they're being trained. And that's just a whole nother can of worms. So I want that new consultant chat group to look a little different this year. And so that's why we had talked about breaking it up between the three of us, our teams, so then we can have more attention on those people that are in there. And also only putting the recruiter and the recruit in there and not like putting all the directors and all the people in there at the beginning, because then you have 50 people in the group and you don't really know who's new and who's not. So we're working all that out, Stacy. But I feel like it wasn't effective. It has not been effective for the past few months. So we need to figure something else out on that. We are going to be changing up our whole new consultant onboarding just because we need that. I feel like that's our biggest struggle all across the board. If I have a survey go out to all directors, they always say new consultant onboarding, and because that's something we can always work on. So I've been working closely with Love and Jennifer about like different things to do. How can we onboard people more effectively? How can we streamline it? How can we make it easier? And Leah and I had started at the end of last year doing the weekly new consultant calls. So I'm still going to do that for January and probably into February. I just kind of want to get a good feel for how it goes, the attendance and all that stuff. But we have them scheduled already, for this year. We have, gonna be next Monday, January 13th, 20th, and 27th. So what we're looking at is it being a series of 3. I would love to have it as a 30-minute call where they get information for 30 minutes. I stay on for 15 minutes or however long to help them finish, questions, set up, whatever that looks like. So January is a series of 3. So we do want all of our consultants to get on each call because then they're getting what's coming next. And then, based on that for February, we'll kind of go along with the same thing. But I think that's really been helpful, doing those calls, having them every week. So we'll see how that goes. But, and also I am now on a new consultant, council with the home office. So that I'm really excited about because I will be brainstorming with all the great recruiters in the company and find out how they're onboarding. I'm going to be working with the home office to come up with good systems. So I will know what I'll be a part of, what the home office is planning for our team, for our company, going forward. So that is a big, big, big deal. So I really think that with me helping with that and the knowledge and being able to implement it even before the company puts it out to the whole company, then that might really help us. So, yeah, I'm really excited about that because I know that is one of our biggest difficulties, is because we can recruit people, but getting them to do something is a whole nother bag of worms, right? So, but I'm excited about where that's going. All right, so we're going to be talking about, we're going to be working on the new consultant thing. Just keep an eye out for what's to come on that. Any questions or comments on that? Okay. Also, we are revamping the Monday night calls. We are still going to continue doing them with Love and Jen. I found way more benefit doing it with them than, way more positives than negatives. My biggest negative is that it's 9:00 at night. I know, I hate it, but I feel like our team gets so much from Jennifer's org, from Love's org, and now Amanda is doing the calls with us. Y'all, Amanda's team is on fire. They are doing big, big, big things. So I've learned, I get on the calls and I'm like, I'm learning stuff too here. I've been in here 20 years and I learned stuff. So I feel like people, in the past we've heard, well, it's the same stuff. Yeah, it's kind of the same idea. It's the same outline, but there's always new and updated things that go into it. Just like with Post My Party, we learned about. That's awesome. So anyway, we're still learning stuff. We're doing great stuff on there. We've got to be getting our team members on there, whatever it takes to do that. And we are doing giveaways in January to try to get people back in the habit of getting on those Monday night calls. So we'll be doing that. And the way we're doing those giveaways is there's one person from each organization. So somebody in our organization will be on that. So I will need, what we normally do is they have to put in the chat whose org they're on. We didn't do that this last call, and that was a hot mess. We just had to find somebody that we knew was on our team and do the drawing that way. But yeah. So again, director calls, we're going to be doing these once a month. We'll have these for the DeNicholas org. It's going to be Thursdays at 11 o'clock, because I did that little poll to see which worked best for everybody. And of course, we can't fit everybody's needs, but I tried to the most. So our next ones are going to be February the 6th at 11 and March the 6th at 11. And I posted all these, the schedules in the director page, so you all can find all that. Okay. I will be starting a director bound in February. So keep an eye out for those rock stars on your team that really want more. Try to work with them a little bit to get their show schedule up, and then we'll be doing admission to the Director Bound. I'll be looking at the end of January. So let me know, you know, kind of middle to end of January, let me know who you want in that Director Bound. Okay, I think that's all the scheduling stuff. Yeah, so I wanted to show you kind of where we are and where we need to be and want to be. So let me share my screen here. Oh, I thought I already had this up. Okay. So where is our organization currently? Y'all see my screen? Okay. So right now, as an organization, we are definitely smaller than we have been. We've kind of lost quite a few directors. We haven't promoted very many at all last year. And so that was a whole thing. But we are moving on and moving forward. You notice we got our ships back. This is going to be our look for our banners. So instead of the Mickey Mouse ears or Minnie ear bows, we're going to go back to our ships because we are our director ships. I love those. Those are my favorites. So now that we're cruising and earning our cruises, we're going back to our ships. And this is actually, I meant to move this around because we just, unfortunately, Laura left our director team. So she's stepped away, but then Christy and Melissa moved up. So let me move their little boats up. I thought I had this fixed right before. Okay, so this is what we're looking at. This is what our organization currently looks like. We have 7 directors in our first gen. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 in our second gen since a couple moved up. And we have 4 in our third gen. So quite a bit different than we were at the start of last year. Kind of been hard on me to see because, you know, these boats represent real people and they represent real friends. And it's very hard on me when directors, you know, lose their directorship because, you know, we know that unfortunately, not that that's the only reason we're friends, but it's the reason that we stay connected and that we talk on a, you know, more regular basis. So anyway, I know Joni, you know, I've talked with her a little bit about my whole emotional roller coaster with all of our people, but you know, that's reality and that's kind of how we have to think of it. But here's some extra reality. We are not a national team. We hold the title at the moment, but we don't have the structure of a national team. So let me scoot on down here right now. Well, right here, we are holding an executive title. Executive is 6 and 1. No, yeah, 6 and 1. So we are paid as executive most of the months. We qualify as executive most of the months. We were not in December. We were qualified as a senior director team, which is way down below what our title is. But on, you know, the most part, we're qualifying as an executive team. So with that being said, we are not getting all the perks and all the inclusions and all of the things that we do as national. Okay, so that's just a reality. It's just what it is. We have to make our numbers in March to determine what our title is going to be and what our team qualifies at. True transparency. This is what we would have to make it as a national team. We would have to have every single organization green that we currently have, plus 4 more in our first gen, 2 more promotes in our second gen. That's a lot. It's a lot of promotions to happen in 2 months. So, I've been talking closely with the home office. I've kind of been well, not kind of, I've really been working with them, trying to figure out what we're going to do, where we're going to be. Um, as much as it hurts my heart to say, I don't at this point feel like we'll be hanging on to national title in March. Which is a big deal. That's a big deal for our organization because I have lots of inclusions, a lot of things that I'm able to get us involved in, a lot of information I get from the home office that we won't be getting if we don't. And I've kind of came to terms with it very likely won't happen. However, I'm committed to working towards a senior executive team, and that's what this looks like. We would need all of our existing directors green, plus I would need to promote 2 more in our first gen. In 2 months, to me, that is way more doable than trying to find 6 more people to promote in the next 2 months. So, we will, however, need all hands on deck in March to make the numbers. So I will be, talking with you all individually to see if you're committed to helping in March. If you're not, if you feel like you're not able to be Director Green, then I'll have to find somebody else that would fill that spot just because we'll need 9, 5, and 1 to meet just to meet senior executive title so we can at least stay in that spot and not move down to executive. If we don't fill all these spots, then we'll sit as an executive team. That's our ranking. That's what we will qualify in April 1st. So I just wanted to let you all know where we are, what we're looking at. And I feel I'm over kind of the heartache of it. Not that it won't hurt, but I'm very hopeful and looking forward to 2025. I know that we can grow. I feel like we have all the things that we need in place in order to get there. So I am hopeful, and positive, and I think that we really can. I think we can do big things in 2025. So, and I decided I want our hashtag to be better together because I was thinking back when we promoted to a national team, when we were moving up the ranks and we were executive team promoting to senior executive and then to national, what did it look like? What's different then and now? And we were so closely knit. Our director team was so together. We were just the whole feeling of like, if I had to describe our feeling, it was togetherness. It was us working so closely, everybody helping everybody. It was amazing. And so I would love for us to get that back, that feeling, that camaraderie, that togetherness that we had before. And it's going to take some time. We've had a lot of, shifts in directorship. We've had, people change their course and, fall out of Pampered Chef or leave leadership or whatever. So, I get that. That's life. And Pampered Chef is great for some people while they're here, but maybe not for everybody, and that's okay. So, if you all have any thoughts or concerns or questions about that, please feel free to private message me and we can chat about it. But, that's kind of where we are and what we're looking forward to 2025. So, right now on my radar, we are trying to secure a senior executive spot in March. Unless God just really makes miracles happen this month and next, we'll be working on senior executive. Any questions on that?
I say it all the time, and I've said it even recently in a conversation with Melanie Hogan. A title does not define you.
I know.
So, and things happen for reason, reason, all that good stuff. So, and it's not like we can't earn it back because we're on fire to go to Alaska, people.
Yeah, that's very true. That is very true. Yeah. I know titles do not define us. And I'm not really heartbroken over the title. I have been more heartbroken over just the loss of directors. And, again, they're my friends and we're a group and I feel like we've lost a lot of that togetherness that we used to have. And so that's kind of where my sadness lies or did lie. So now, I mean, I felt that I'm moving forward. Okay. So it's all we can do. So anyway, that's where we are and that's what we're looking at. Other than that, that was basically the main things I wanted to talk about on our call today. I would like for us to start implementing monthly booking blitzes and also monthly some kind of recruiting event. I have not started planning any of that, but that is something I thought maybe we could do together as a director team is figure out what do we want that to look like. And those would be things that I would need some help with. Where I'm very committed to working with Love and Jennifer on our Monday night calls and, many of our other calls. I'm committed to doing the new consultant calls by myself. I know Leah helps when she can. But I will need help if we just determine to do monthly booking blitzes and monthly recruiting opportunities. So can we spend some time chatting about those?
I'm always up for a good booking blitz on a Saturday morning. Count me in.
What would we like for those to look like this year?
I know the last one that I was able to lead a couple of months ago, I mean, we just had fun. I think the more we just tell them it's fun, whether it's a theme or pajamas or whatever, and I had the music going and and everybody donated, $5 for PC dollars and giveaways. And I think it just kind of brought back what we're like you're honing in on about just being together and having fun and working together. I think that was huge. I think they all loved it.
Yeah, I agree. I do think we need to try to incorporate more fun things in for our organization. And I think booking blitzes are fun. I think people really enjoy those. So I think if we did those monthly and just like Joni said, music, themes, whatever, togetherness where we see each other, we're having some time to have some conversation and things. I think that could really be good for our team too.
Mm-hmm.
Any feedback on when you all would like to do them or how often, or I mean, we can look at dates if that's something that we want to do.
I mean, like I said, I'm more than happy to volunteer on a Saturday if it fits my schedule, morning time, like if we wanted to do the one at the end of January,
Okay.
we could do it like rock stars because we're rocking in the new year or something like that. And
Okay.
I mean, and you just let me know. I'm doing one personally with my team on the 18th.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, because we have Empower on the 24th and 25th. So,
oh yeah.
yeah.
Well, maybe we start in February and maybe we don't do it every month. Here's the thing too. Me personally, I think, we start off with a great idea. And then after like the second or third month, people are like, okay, yeah, it was kind of fun, but maybe not do it every month. Maybe do it every 2 months or something. Or I mean, that's just my thought.
I wonder if we should look at doing it like February 1st and get them on board to fill up February.
Yeah, and get ready for March with new products coming out.
Mm-hmm. Do we want to do that?
I agree with Joni. I think doing it quarterly would be better. Every 2 to 3 months because they like something new and exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So do we want to do February 1st at what time you think?
I'm always say, get them up, get them going. I mean, that last one we did at 8:30 in the morning. I mean, we had like 40, 50 people on there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'll do it. The first at 8:30.
Awesome. Okay. That sounds good.
Now, when I say I'll do it, that means I just want to clarify. I'll get it organized, everything, but I will need other directors to like get in the chats and put in the, like wording and set them all up for ideas. So I will lead it, and I will, pass out the gifts that we all donate, and I'll get a different playlist and everything. So I'll like be the moderator, but I can't be in charge of the whole thing with booking ideas and doing, 20 other things with it. Does that make sense?
Okay. Can you though put in our director chat or page like booking ideas, like give me booking ideas for our book splits and kind of announce that? Okay, that'd be great.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, awesome. And then what would we like opportunity events to look like this year?
Are we going to be doing one again with like Love and Jennifer, like we've done in the past, like one big one? Is she doing that, or what do you,
It depends on what we want to do. I haven't talked with them about it yet.
I like them. I just think sometimes it gets a little overwhelming and I know we've all talked about that, between the messenger chats and the Facebook groups and stuff like that. But I do think that would be something that would be good, like for March with like the new catalog coming out. And I mean, do they typically do a deal or whatever on kits with the new catalog, or no?
Like they do.
Okay.
I feel like they do. Of course, we don't ever really know. So
yeah,
they rarely ever do anything in February. That's why February stinks.
Well, not this year, because we're going to kick it off on the first.
Right.
I got to come up with a theme. I got to come up with something for Stacy to dress up besides looking like an Eskimo.
All right. Well, you all think on that. And if you, I'll talk with Leah some too later when she's, more, able to talk, and we'll figure out what we do. I know she loves the, Zoom ones, and I like doing the Zoom ones also. Now when we partnered with some of the other nationals and did it, we didn't really have many people participate in that at all, but we were doing them every week. But I think our people just weren't plugged into them. So I don't think we need to do them weekly, because I don't think we have people show up that often. But we'll think on that. Give me any suggestions you got, and we'll work on that. Oh, here's one other thing that I did want to talk to you all about, and I forgot. So I am trying to make my personal team more productive. Because I have a lot of people that submit shows occasionally. And by show, I mean like barely $150. And, I did for a while recognize people that submitted $150 because they were active and all that. But if they're just submitting $150 every 4 months, and, it's like you're supposed to incentivize the things that you want repeated. Well, I don't necessarily want people just to turn in a show every 4 months. I would like them to do more. And most people tell me they want to do more. They just, for whatever reason or not. So I've decided to start doing a Kilo Club. And I started it back in maybe October, just to kind of see how it went before I shared it with you all. But anyway, I tested it out. People were super excited. So what I'm doing is I'm promoting this Kilo Club. They get in the Kilo Club by selling $1,000 that month, and then I send them Happy Mail, and they get on a celebration call. So on Saturdays, like one Saturday of the month, we'll do a celebration call. And I didn't really even know what it was going to look like, but we got on there, and I was doing recognition and shout outs. And then I was asking like the top sellers, what did you do? What helped you sell $1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 or whatever they sold? And they loved it. They loved getting the different ideas from people. And they were like, when's the next one? When's the next one? So I did it. I think I did November, our first call in November. Then we did one in December, and then we have one that we're going to do in January. Of course, we don't have nearly as many people this month as we did the first couple months, but it's just building that excitement. And again, that togetherness of us getting on the calls and seeing other people that are in my personal team. Well, in doing that over the last couple months, I guess I was talking with Kelsey. She had a couple new people that were really doing well. And so she's like, oh, I really like that idea. Do you mind if we get in on it? So Kelsey came in on it and she's, testing it out with us. And then same thing with Leah. So we've kind of been testing it out together, not that I was excluding anybody. I just wanted to test it and see how it went. But if anybody is interested in doing that with any of their team members, let me know. And you all are more than welcome to do the celebration call with us. Just like I told Leah and Kelsey that you would be in charge of keeping up with your earners, sending them the happy mail and making sure they get on the call, and then recognizing them on the call. And that's what they've done. So, I mean, it's been going pretty well the past couple months, but I'm going to continue doing that. One miss on that was that I didn't include recruiters. Well, hello, recruiters need to be recognized too. So, I'm trying to think of because we're calling it Kilo Club, $1,000 club, but I want to incorporate recruiters too. So I'm trying to think of, this last month I invited anybody that recruited, and I will invite to the next one, but I'm not sure if I need to call it add another name, like Super Recruiter and Kilo Club call. I don't know. If y'all have any ideas, I'm not creative, but so again, if you want to be in on that, just let me know. That's the only other thing. Anything else you all want to talk about or brainstorm about? Okay, so what I'm envisioning for our director calls, these Thursday 11 o'clock calls once a month, I really want us to be more strategic planning, brainstorming. What do we want for our teams? What do we need help with? And then all of our director training and stuff is going to be delivered on Wednesday night director calls. So, that's what we're looking at. That's what we're going to do, at least for the first quarter of 2025. And then I'll reassess and determine where we want to go after that. But I feel really good about what we have in place. I think we're going to do big things. So I'm excited. You all are so quiet today. Come on, Joni, unmute. Talk it up.
I've been talking the whole damn time.
I know you have. That's why
you know what it is. They're all their feet are frozen and they're so cold. Y'all need to come down to Georgia. I mean, I did turn the heat on last night. I'm just saying, and I drank my hot chocolate.
Yeah, I know we're getting snow tomorrow, and I'm like, do I want it? Do I not want it? Do I want it? Yeah. But you all, I'm excited to work, together with you all and really go places, do big things.
Like Alaska or Bermuda or Key West. Yeah.
Yes. You know what? Okay, so this is something I'm really bummed about too. As nationals can travel on the other incentive trips to be with their team, which I haven't really had to do because most of my people have earned the same trip. And then the ones that earned the lower trip didn't travel or took the buyout or whatever. So I didn't have to do that. But this year I'm like, oh my gosh, I could travel with my Bermuda people and my Alaska people. But have to be a national to do that. So we're not sure. We'll see how that goes. Okay, my friends. Y'all go get your milk and eggs and bread. I got to run to the store. I tried to do an online thing. Apparently, I'm not computer savvy enough. Well, every place I went was like not deliver until Saturday. I'm like, that's not going to work for me.
You're a little tardy for the snow party.
Well, I'm a newbie at that.
All right, y'all stay warm, girls.
Yep. And everybody just keep check on us. Let us know you're safe and, not under the blizzard, trapped in your house or anything.
All right. Don't forget to add me to that new consultant call or chat group, whatever, and Stacy or whatever you're going to do with Leah. Okay.
Sounds good. Bye, everybody.
Bye, girls. Bye.